You can hear a squeaking noise. The old platform there, look. A wild mushroom. Horse is galloping down on the road. You can already see the platform. We're using the OEX Helio stove. People will have once stood waiting for a train. Well, look. I don't know if I'm going to get this on camera. I was under the impression that there was 10 arches. Yes, people, welcome to another video. And if you're new to this channel, I'm Dave from Walks For Us. Just quickly spin the camera around. I'm not sure if that is something related to this walk. So, as you've already seen in the previous clips, I've dropped my car off. I've dropped that off at a place called Bubwith. I'll put it on the screen. And today we're doing a low-level walk on a disused railway line. The disused railway line ran from Driffield to Selby, and sometimes it's known as Market Weighton to Selby. And the section we're doing today, after I crossed that busy road there, I did get dropped off just at a lay-by down there. It was much easier to drop me at the lay-by and just walk down the road than stopping there. You've seen how busy that was. It took me 5 minutes or more to cross that road. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah, that's right. So, we're doing the section from Market Weighton to Bubwith. I don't know how you say that properly. It's spelt Bubwith, where we get to a viaduct that crosses the river, but the bridge part of the viaduct is missing, and that's where this trail for walking on ends, really. There is a couple of bits further down nearer Selby that you can get on this disused railway line, but the actual main part of the trail that people walk or cycle on now is where I joined the road there. So I didn't actually join the road, where I joined the trail from the road there. So I didn't actually leave the town of Market Weighton. I'm probably a mile or a mile and a half out of Market Weighton, because the rest of the trail, of this trail, this particular one, gets lost in the fields. But you can pick up the disused railway line again in Market Weighton, and there is a lovely long section there that's about 10 miles long from Market Weighton all the way to Beverley. The one we're on, the Driffield to Selby one, you can pick up a little bit towards Driffield, probably 2 or 3 miles. It forks off. For
fuck's sake.
Forks off the Beverley line from just after Market Weighton towards Driffield, and then it gets lost again by private land and farm fields, etc. And there is a little bit, only a short bit you can go on, at a village called Middleton on the Wolds. So I've left the main road behind me now. You're facing forwards. Yeah, I came in down there, the main road behind us. And not far down here, we will reach our first disused station, where there is still the station house, which is still lived in, still occupied. You can hear a squeaking noise. We have a very squeaky couple of tractors there. I don't know what's actually making the noise. Maybe that conveyor thing at the back. Maybe the machinery at the front. I think you need a bit of WD-40 there, John. Some lovely bluebells there, look. So very shortly, guys, we will be approaching a small hamlet called Harswell, and that's where our first station is. So guys, behind that fence we have the station house, and you can see the old platform there, look. Yeah, sometimes there's a dog behind that fence. I've been here a time or two before, so don't jump if it starts barking. Yeah guys, and this one was known as Everingham Station, though it did open as Harswell Gate in 1853, and it was renamed Everingham on the 1st of September 1874, and finally closed on the 20th of September 1954. And on to our next one, which will be Home Moor. That's spelt with an L, Home Moor. On the drive over in the Mondeo to where I've parked it this morning, the bloody engine light came on. Last time I was out, bloody exhaust snapped. Needs to behave itself, doesn't it? I know it's a ratty car, but it's supposed to be a ratty look. Come on, give me a break. Blue Fiesta, I need to fit a clutch in that. Hopefully, be doing that next week. I don't know. Yeah, still heading down here to Home Moor, guys. Just spin you around to my left and I will zoom you in. You see there in the centre of the screen, the church on the hill. Yeah, it's on the top of a little hill, is that church. Apparently it used to be really like boggy and marshland around this area. Definitely around the area where they built the church. I'm not so sure on the area we're on now. We've got some lovely giant daisies there, look. Are they called giant daisies? They look like daisies. Spin you around, we have a load of apples on the floor in front of me. Now this is quite interesting. Yeah, see all the little apples on the floor there, look. Obviously, a apple tree there, look. So, my little interesting thought on that is that somebody travelling on the train has possibly eaten an apple and thrown the apple core with the seeds in out of the window, and that's why you get quite a few apple trees growing along the side of railway lines. That's my thought on that anyway. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And look at these. Now, is that a wild mushroom? Or some sort of toadstool? It's a bloody big one, whatever it is. Horse shit. Yeah, you do get horses with riders, not just horses galloping down on their own. You do get horses on these railway trails as well. And bikes, mountain bikes, hybrid bikes, electric bikes, walkers. No trains anymore though. So we're approaching the second station, Home Moor. I've already ditched the hood. I think I'm going to have to ditch the jacket. Getting rather warm, shall we say. There you go, guys. We've got a good bit of platform on this one. This one actually opened as Home Yorks. I'm presuming Yorkshire. On the, yeah, as I was saying, he didn't seem very friendly with his dog. This one actually opened as Home Yorks on the 1st of August 1848. Yorks, I'm presuming Yorkshire, and it was renamed Home Moor on the 1st of July 1923, and it closed on the 20th of September 1954. You'd really like to think that people have forgotten that, wouldn't you? Rather than bag the shit up and just leave it there. There's a bin here, shit there, in a bag, bin there. No, that's not the only one. I've just seen another one. That's 3 I've seen. I don't want to bring negativity to the channel. Take your shit home with you. Leave no trace. It's not fucking hard, is it? It's not. It's not hard to do, is it, guys? You're making me chunter now. Let's carry on. It's time to get some fizzy fish out, I think. And I've cooled down a little bit messing around at that station, but I think I'm going to ditch the jacket soon. Got the obligatory fizzy fish. A little woodland sort of scenery for the time being. Still obviously on the disused railway line. And I have got the gas stove with me today in the rucksack. So we'll be having something warm for lunch. What do you call it? The one you have at midday? Flapping my arm, you can't see. The one you have at midday. What do you call it, guys? Lunch, dinner, brunch? Do you have breakfast or not? I have breakfast. I have, we're just going over some sort of bridge here, look. There's a dry ditch just underneath. Yeah, I have breakfast. I call it breakfast, dinner, tea and supper. I have all for me and a mid-afternoon snack and all the junk you see me eat whilst I'm out hiking. And I've said this before on the channel, I've lost weight since hiking, definitely this year, since I have come off the antidepressants. And that doesn't mean I still don't get down, because I do. But I just didn't think they were doing a great deal of... Anyway, talk to your doctor about that. That's not for me to say, is it? I'm talking about myself. But yeah, what I recommend is, if you are physically able, but you do struggle mentally, is get outdoors. And for those of you that can't get outdoors, I do hope you enjoy these videos and it makes you feel like you're out here with me. But yeah, it is a big mental boost. Gets the endorphins going, is that what you call them? Endorphins. And I know this is a low level walk today, not up in the mountains, but I like to get out as often as I can, like every week. And I can't always afford to get to the mountains. But the mountainous views are amazing. As long as you're not all clagged in, you'll get the views when you're all clagged in, but it's still amazing to get out, clag or no clag. I mean, I prefer a dry day. I don't like hiking in the rain. I'll have to admit that. Something's been going on here with this tree. Yeah, I don't mind hiking all year round. I don't mind hiking in winter. I don't mind hiking with snow on the ground. I'm not so keen on having to hike in the dark because I feel enclosed in the darkness, but I will do it. And I'll do that at the beginning of the hike rather than the end when you're going to be tired and that. So shorter daylight hours, I will set off in the dark. Yeah, I just don't like getting wet, so I'll try and work around that with the weather forecast and when I'm available to go out. So we're still heading in the direction of what's it called? Bubwith? I don't know how you say that. And I'll have to just have a quick look and see what the next station's called. Yeah, the next one is Foggerthorpe. You see all the way down there. So possibly around the Foggerthorpe area, I will be looking at having my dinner. We will be past the halfway point by that point. Oh, did I mention earlier? So the hike I'm doing, where I joined at that main road to start walking on this trail to the viaduct that we will finish at, is about 9 miles. For me, altogether, I'll be walking about 10 because I got dropped off at the lay-by. Then I have to just backtrack slightly after the viaduct and then over to where I parked the car. But the car's still there with its engine light on. And just down here, well, a little bit down here yet before we get to Foggerthorpe, we do cross another main road, which is in fact the road that we drove on to drop my car off this morning. And then my wife followed me and took me back to where I started the hike. So thanks, Lindsay. Couple of horses over there. So that bridge just crossed over a river called the River Foulness. I'll put it on the screen. And as you can see, I've ditched the jacket, strapped it to the back of the rucksack. Not as busy as the last road. Then straight back in here. There's the road there, look. There's plenty of bins on this trail. Something that you don't get in the mountains. And no, I'm not complaining, just saying. Still plenty of rubbish about, isn't there? Right, just a little more info on the railway for you as I make my way to Foggerthorpe, where I'll find somewhere to have dinner. So, if I do get this wrong, do jump in the comments and let me know. It's been nice to me. But yeah, like I say, if I do get it wrong, jump in the comments. And as well as me learning myself, it'll help other people out that are watching the video. I'm no expert at this, just gonna give you a little knowledge of what I do know and do believe to be correct. The line between Driffield and Selby didn't open as a single route, but sections were built in phases. A single track section from Balby Junction near Selby, just up under that branch, to Market Weighton. So from Balby Junction to Market Weighton, a single track section opened in November 1847, with a separate branch line opening in stages, and Market Weighton to Beverley opened in May 1865. So rather than being a single line from Driffield to Selby, it's more of a series of lines that were built over phases, over different time periods, and connected together to make the railway network that they had. Like I said, this is called the Driffield to Selby line. The trail I'm on now is actually Market Weighton to Bubwith. That's what the trail's called. But like I say, once this got to Market Weighton, you could then either stay on the train, and there was a fork that forked off to Driffield. I know exactly where that is. Or carry on to Beverley, which is what I've just tried to explain. I've just sort of tried to explain how they built it rather than they built all that at once. If you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, less of all that, we've got another little bridge to go over. That's more exciting. We're quite close to that road because I can hear the cars going past. So guys, in 1954, passenger services, all but excursions, stopped because this railway was used for like some trips to head out towards the coast, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was used for passenger trips or excursions after 1954, but obviously not as busy as with just general passenger train services. They were still using the line for freight, and then eventually in 1964 the line closed to freight as well. I think it's sad, but then I do like walking these trails as well. It's sort of a 50-50 with me, because I like the fact we have these railway trails. And if you do enjoy this video, do take a look at other videos because there is other train related stuff. There's like train journeys such as the South to Carlisle, the what's it called, the Monzel Trail, that has 6 tunnels on it that you can go through. So yeah, I do try and do a bit of a mix, and obviously there's my camping in there as well, and my tent related videos. Yeah, not sure if that is anything to do with the old railway, and although I really don't know what this is, I have a feeling that this brickwork here is something to do with the old railway. What do you guys think? You see it there in the bushes. I was going to say maybe slightly better from this angle, but so we've just come from down there. Yeah, I think we are more or less approaching, what's it called, Foggerthorpe Station now. So that there, I don't know if there was some sidings or some sort of coal shed or coal store or something here. I don't know, but it does look very much like some old brickwork from the railway. It looks like we go back in over here. Yeah, in here, guys, and I can already see the platform. You see it there, beneath all the wildlife, nature, overgrown, whatever you want to call it. And you can tell from the camera angle there that there is one at each side of platform height. And all the way down there to the next one, but I'm going to find somewhere to have some dinner. There's a good clear bit there for you to see, guys, on that side. So there's some, it's a decent length, this one. I nearly forgot to mention Foggerthorpe. It's opened as Foggerthorpe Gate, and it was renamed Foggerthorpe in 1853. I was hoping to find maybe a little bench. There has been the odd little bench at the side of the track. And Foggerthorpe Station's back down there. And I do want to have my lunch before I get to the next one, because like I say, we're past the halfway point now and it is 12:30. But looking in front of me, it looks like there's someone coming with a dog. Yeah, they are coming this way. I don't know if to just sort of have it in this, there's a farm track crossing the railway here. Don't have to just sort of have it here somewhere on the grass. Don't want that dog running up and nicking me pot noodle. We're having a pot noodle today, guys. Someone coming on a bike. Yeah, the bike's just gone past. I'm not sure what the dog walker down there is doing. I think I'm just going to sit at the side here somewhere. Not doing any harm, am I? Right, so I got the stuff out I need. Got some water. We're using the OEX Helio stove. Got some salt and vinegar crisps. And in here somewhere I've got a pot noodle. Yeah, I've got a pot noodle. Original curry flavour. The obligatory can of Coke Zero. Some bread, which is slightly squashed, to dip in the pot noodle. And this is basically a small Mars bar, but it's from Aldi, so it's not called a Mars bar. I have this little folding knife, fork and spoon too. Got that off eBay for $5.99. got a knife as well, and like a can opener. Tell you something, these little stoves, they boil really, really quickly. I'd say quicker than the kettle at home, unless my kettle's not very good. Put a bit of the mango sauce in. I will be taking that, I won't be leaving it there. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. I always like a bit of bread or toast to dip in. Obviously it's just bread today. Because I don't have my toaster with me. Cheers, guys. So, making my way to the next station. Is it Highfield it's called? Yeah, I'm quite sure it's called Highfield. It was nice to have a warm dinner. Yeah, enjoyed that. I like those, the curry flavour pot noodles. Little plane up there, look. I told you there was the odd bench. There's one there, look. So that's the first one I've seen since my dinner, and I've been walking for 25 minutes. Still heading to Highfield. I am enjoying it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But I'm going to film the full 25 minutes because it's just a sort of series of going through gates like this that I've just been through and walking in more or less a straight line. You see there behind me where the train bed used to be. And I think we're very nearly at the next station because I just seen a car whiz past. So I think we're more or less at Highfield. Now Highfield and then Bubwith, however you say that. Highfield is like the second station in Bubwith. There was two stations, if you get what I'm trying to say. Highfield's the first one we come to from this direction. So we are actually getting towards the end of the trail as well. There is a couple of miles left yet to go, I'd say, because once we get to Highfield, we then got to walk to Bubwith, and then just a little further on to the viaduct, and that will be the end of the trail. And just as I was saying that, I just spotted this. So we're at Highfield now, guys. It's quite well hidden in the overgrowth. There's this one, although there is some down here I can see. You can see some of it there, look, guys. So this one, guys, opened as Bubwith Highfield in 1859, and it was renamed Highfield on the 1st of December 1873. I wonder why they were all renamed. I know sometimes stations are renamed because there's one with a similar or the same name elsewhere and people get muddled up, but yeah, all of these seem to have been renamed. See a few bits in the undergrowth. And this one closed on the 20th of September 1954. We've got another road to cross. Yeah, so there's Highfield. I wonder if that's the old railway building, and we're going this way. Yeah, I'm gonna hazard a guess that that was here when the railway was. Yeah, so we're actually at Bubwith now. Look, but we're going. Zoom me back out. We're going through here. Well, I've just seen another platform now. Is this Highfield as well? So there's a platform there, just the other side of the road. I've literally just crossed the road. You can see the fence and the gate behind me. Spin you around now without me moving. And there you have it. Platform there as well. But nothing on this side. Oh well, one of these two is Highfield. Unless one was like a private platform for the staff to use, or so if that was a station house, the house station master or whatever, I don't know. Like I say, there's one there, look. And that one back the other side of the road on that side. Look at all the trees growing, like right on the platform where potentially people will have once stood waiting for a train, or at least workers with the freight trains. So, on to Bubwith main station. I've no idea why there was two in Bubwith, because I really don't think it's far to the next station. And then we cross the road again, still in Bubwith, down to the viaduct. Maybe back there when I said we got a couple of miles, maybe we didn't quite have that far left to go. There's summit. Oh, there's a squirrel there, look. I don't know if I'm going to get this on camera. Can you see right in the centre of the screen now? Looks like it's sleeping, or stood very still. Got its tail right over its back. Anyway, you see the start of the platform there on both sides. So, Bubwith station, the final one on this trail, although we are going, see that gate down there, we are going to cross the road, go through the woods, down to the viaduct. So we will still be on the trail, just for a slight bit longer. I wouldn't even say a mile, maybe half a mile. So, Bubwith station, I can't find anything that suggests that it's had a change in name. This station opened on the 1st of August 1848 and closed on the 20th of September 1954. We have a little information board on this one, up there on the platform, look. If you want to pause that and have a read. I'm up on the platform. A bit closer to that for you guys. I don't know if I'm any good if you want to pause that and read that. Right guys, I'm going to attempt to read it out for you, and I hope I don't get stuck and start stuttering on the words. Timothy Glennon was a station master in 1872. In 1911, the station had a total catchment area with a population of 561. The station served the villages of Bubwith to the north and Brayton to the south. 6,054 tickets were sold that year, and the main freight handle was potatoes with 478 tonnes, hay clover 228 tonnes, and timber 150 tonnes being dispatched from the station. In 1913, 104 wagons of livestock were loaded at the station. In that year, George Wood was the station master. During World War II, munitions for Brayton Airfield, which was immediately south of the station, were unloaded at the goods yard. RAF Brayton was a bomber airfield that opened in 1942 and closed in March 1964. There you go, guys. That's what it says. And there was one word I struggled with. With? That one there. Munitions? I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's something to do with the war, isn't it? And we're down. There's a few aeroplanes bobbing about, but that airfield's still open down there for private planes, I think. I'm sure it is. Yeah, go down there, down that road. And you'll eventually get to that airfield. We're just bobbing through here. What's that say up there? Dingledell. Dingledell Nature Reserve. So like I said, guys, just make my way through these woods down to the viaduct. I believe we are still on the disused railway. You know, where the railway bed used to be. We must be, because we come up to the viaduct. I believe, guys, that that's the top of the viaduct there. All that, where it's all overgrown and that. But if we go down here, you can start to see part of one arch through the trees and branches there, look. Some of the brickwork. Yeah, it is there, look, guys. Menwith Viaduct, and it did have 10 arches. Oh, guys, there's at least one arch there, behind those bushes. And then there's a gap where those trees are growing. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more arches that we can see. Then the railway bed up there. And I'm not sure if this is relating to the whole railway or just the viaduct, but due to financial struggles, it did open as a single line. But due to money brought in from what the freight was bringing in to the railway, the viaduct did eventually have 2 lines, and it was built to have 2 lines. Now, I don't know if it only had 2 lines on the viaduct and then there was signals at each side and it went back to single track. Again, let me know in the comments if you know. If we just go a bit further down here, through a gate, we might get to see a bit more. In fact, we will. Provided there's no cows in here. I'm not keen on cows. Anyway, spin you around and see the other half. And obviously, like I said, the bridge section that actually went over the river was steel, and that's obviously been removed and probably scrapped for the old cash. There is quite a bit of cow shit in this field. Let's get this done quickly. I was under the impression that there was 10 arches, but I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 9 already on that half. And we have the railing up there, and I believe the wiring for the signal ran along that metal fence that you can see. Obviously, we have the river here. Trying to see if we can get it so you can see, because there's trees and that in the way. If I zoom right in there in the centre, through the trees, you can see where the metal part of the bridge would have gone on. And then, again, just behind these, I mean, I can't do any better for you for the bushes. Yeah, and this river here that it crossed is the River Derwent. Yeah, and like I say, I'm not sure on the arches now. I did do some research before I came out on this hike. That's why I've been able to give you a bit of information. I did know a little bit. So I have actually been on this railway line before on my bike. But yeah, the information that I found, I just keep looking around because I don't like cows. The information I found did say 10 arches, but like I say, there's 9 at that side, and we already counted a few at that side, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm back through the gate now, out of the cow field. Yeah, so there was 9, what we could see. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, when there's a gap there. And I don't know if there's any further down there that I can't see at all. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I'm going to say possibly 15. Like I say, when I did my research on the good old internet, it did say 10. So I'm going to make my way back up, what was this called? Dingledell Nature Reserve. back up to that road, that last road that we crossed, and through the village back to my car. Just before we go back to the car, I've just come down the other side. I've just come under that tree and the path up there. Yes, there's that section that's missing where the tree's growing. That's not the section where the metal bridge would be. That'll be down there. I have someone putting their name on, some graffiti. Unless, guys, this one arch here was for farm vehicles. And then there's that gap with the trees in. Maybe there was some sort of bridge up there. Then the viaduct started there. I really don't know. So, I'm safely back in the car after another successful hike. Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give us a big thumbs up. Think about subscribing to the channel, see new videos coming in, take a look at my previous videos. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Dave, you've been watching Walks for Us. Stay safe, happy hiking in a bit.